Hello, YouTube! Yeah! Welcome to oNiD Racing. We are live on YouTube. Are we excited, guys?
Yeah!
Sorry,
Hello,
I going
through a corner at the same time.
Hello, YouTube. So, I am Johnny Ashley, I am the boss man, and we are streaming the AM Series finale tonight. Laguna Seca, the SimHound AM Series finale. I'm joined as always for the oNiD Arms part of the section by Mr. Adam Ely.
Thank you. I hope you weren't just streaming me then.
I wasn't, no.
I'm the yellow flag.
In
fact, there we go. That should be my middle name, Adam Yellow Flag Ely.
And once again, we are joined by Trinket Tass.
Hello.
How are we, folks?
Hot, really hot.
Doing better. It's cooler in my room, thankfully.
Yeah, it's quite cool down in the man cave, but I thought I was going to have to get me flippers out earlier.
It's okay now, yeah?
It's okay now, yeah. Now, we had a very, very strong thunderstorm and downpour about 4:30, and I could hear a dripping and running water sounds while I was sat working, and I was like, what's that?
Hang on. You were still working at 4:30?
I was still working at 4:30.
The wonders will never cease.
And I could hear this dripping, and then I walked over to the corner of the man cave where I could hear the dripping coming from, and there was water running down the wall. But it's okay now, it's all dried out, and the only problem was it was by the electric meter, so it was a little bit worrying.
Sounds a bit like my house, because I have a fireplace in my room, so the rain just comes straight through. The only thing protecting me from the outside elements is a wooden board.
Yeah, so it wasn't good, but we're all sorted, and we're still here, and we're still live on YouTube. So for those who don't know, we have made the move. This is our first. We've done a stream before on YouTube, but this is our first night on YouTube since we've made the official move from Twitch to YouTube. We've got some people in chat already. Obviously, Trinket's here, Ben's here, Tim Bob's here. So yeah, all good to see you people. Guys, we do while Adam's going around and crashing. Adam is racing. Let's do the oNiD Arms section of the evening that we always do every Thursday, and we'll start with you, Adam, because you got something quite cool today, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I got an email that was like, "Hello, here is your closed beta code for Rensport." I was like,
"Wow!"
Hello.
And have you given it a go?
I have.
Right, we're always honest here at oNiD. What is your honest opinion of it?
Yay, I got a code! Yeah!
It's the best thing ever because you got a code, right? Is that...
Okay, so does it have potential? Yes. Was it cool to give it a go? Yes. Are there some problems that are related to it being a closed beta? Absolutely. But you expect that. Are there some fundamental problems that are going to need quite a lot of work doing on? Yeah, there are. And frankly, if I summarize it, I came away from it thinking, what do I get from this that I don't get with ACC? And the answer was Hockenheim. That was the only answer I could come up with, was Hockenheim. So right now, it needs a lot more work to convince me, basically. It was the audio was awful, and once again, that could be a closed beta thing, but the audio was awful. Grand Prix 2 had better audio than the Rensport closed beta. The car actually moved around quite nicely. I found that okay. I felt like the car handled quite well. It was quite predictable. It was okay. And that was the thing I was most worried about, was like, if you look at some of the streams, it looked like the car was sort of jerking around a bit odd, but actually when driving it doesn't feel like that at all. So that was good. I was okay with that. The force feedback though was a massive problem. And basically, when you're going straight, it feels like the car is trying to pull you off of straight. And every time you are like going to change something on the menu, the steering wheel just like erratically steer one direction. So you basically have to make sure your hands are off the wheel when you're going into the menu, and there's just some odd stuff going on there. But sound needs to be improved, force feedback needs to be improved, graphics need to be improved, and just give us some choice that is more than ACC. I think my fundamental issue with it all the way along is why they've gone with GT3 cars as the primary thing.
But the Praga's on there, right?
Not on the closed beta, no.
Oh, okay.
And again, even the Praga, you can go race that in AC. You know, I just with a new title, I want there to be something different. And at the moment, I'm not seeing something different. I mean, I will say they've now launched multiplayer on the closed beta. And so you download the app, which, number one, it's quite cool for the game to have its own app. And you can actually sign up to the races on the app for the multiplayer, which is good, but also a little bit concerning from an SGP point of view. But it's quite a nice little system. And then you can go race multiplayer. That I haven't tried yet, so can't comment on it. But yeah, there's some things about it that are quite cool, but there's a lot of stuff that really needs a lot of work, in my opinion.
And this was the point about Rensport that I, from the moment they started, obviously using it for the ESL round 1 stuff, it always seemed geared up to be just an esports game rather than a community-friendly game. And that's always been my concern with it. Is it going to be... ACC's very good at being a community-friendly game. We've built success off of ACC. You know, it's so easy to use, it's drivable, it's easy to get into. You know, DLC's not massively expensive. It's not an iRacing where you have to buy everything every 2 minutes that you want to race. It's really good, and I just don't think Rensport's going to have that. And unless they make some really fundamental changes.
I'm still concerned about this, like, asset ownership piece as well. That I know they're very clear in saying, look, this isn't NFTs, it's not this, it's not that. But look, you know, some of it will be quite cool. You know, the fact that you could own a car that won the ESL, for example, and you could actually drive that car, and that's kind of cool. But at the same time, it feels a bit gimmicky.
Yeah.
I'd rather they focus on creating an amazing sim title. And it's still like when you first launch the closed beta, you have to select a car to own. So I've now got a car that I own that's got its own code in the app and everything like that. And it's like, yeah, but what?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm sticking with an open mind on it. I know it doesn't sound like it at the moment, but I am going in with an open mind. I'm going to give it another go over the next couple of days and try it again. You know, I'm looking on the Moser Discord. You know, there is a Rensport section on there, and some people have posted some force feedback settings, so I'll give those a go and you know, see if it's any better. But yeah, right now, reserving opinion, I think.
Yeah, and we have to, you know, it's a closed beta, isn't it? So
yeah,
it's nowhere near the finished article. So,
Nope.
You know, it's how long it stays in beta, though, is my concern. And, you know, would it ever get out of beta?
Well, my understanding is they're still gunning for full release in December. That is the date that's been bandied around, is full release in December this year. And the fact that it is now in closed beta to so many people, the fact that they've run ESL R1, including, you know, the majors in Munich on it, and the fact that, you know, they've even now got it so So at the latest summit, people were able to try modded content and stuff. It does make you feel like here on the 22nd of June, they might actually be on target for a December release date. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that and say, okay, December release date looks interesting.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see with that. It's obviously a very changing game all the time, so it'd be interesting to know you've got the closed beta. Is the closed beta now open until the game gets fully released? Are they going to keep updating it, and you've got a code you can keep trying it all the way through to full release?
Yeah, and they will keep adding more people to the closed beta as well. So if you haven't got a code yet, that doesn't mean that you won't get one. They will keep adding more and more codes to the closed beta.
Yeah, which is good. So that's Rainsport, and obviously that's really good for you, Adam. You've had a chance to give it a go, and the first one and only to be able to give it a go and give us a bit of feedback. I'm just going to dip into chats. We've got loads of people here. We've got Mercy.
I will just very quickly say, by the way, I didn't get that because I work for SGP. I was just lucky. So that came through to my personal email address. I just got lucky.
I don't know whether to believe him. No, we do. I know. It's all good. It's all good. No, it's good. We've got someone on the inside and on the know, which is good. Popping into chat, Mercy Caller's here, Stevie Baines here, Mr. Holman's here, James Russell, Darren Eaton, Ben Royal, all the guys here. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Obviously, you all guys get the pings while we're live on Twitch. Unfortunately, we can't. The bot doesn't do that for YouTube, so we're having to rely on people hitting the subscribe button. And getting updates and knowing we're going live and coming to join us. So it's really good that you guys are joining us. These guys are in their driver briefing and they're going to be heading towards qualifying in about 9 minutes time. Gives us a nice little spot, and we've got Trinket here, which is perfect as well. There's been some really big AMS2 news this week. One that I am extremely excited about. One that I know both of you are extremely excited about. So Trinket, tell everyone what's going on with AMS2.
If I'm right in saying, I believe it's Rallycross coming to AMS2.
So that's part of it. There is some Rallycross. There is a pack coming. I think it's called the Adrenaline Pack.
Yeah, and that's coming super soon.
Soon.
That one is super soon.
Yeah.
The other thing that's coming is later on in the year.
Later on in the year
is Le Mans.
It is Le Mans.
Yes.
They've worked out a deal to have Le Mans modern, historic, this season's cars as well. So hypercars and GT3s and LMP2s, if I understand rightly. Oh, how cool.
I can't remember if P2s were on there, but definitely 2023 hypercars and a 2023 update to GT3, which is exciting. Modern Le Mans, and like you said, historic Le Mans, and they have talked about adding some more historic sports car classes into the game as well. So, I mean, they've already got GT1s and Class C, and sorry, I know I'm just too excited about this. And they have talked about putting a focus on endurance racing in AMS2, which we can only hope means that driver swaps, long races, all of that kind of stuff might be coming, because they've already nailed the day-night stuff and the weather stuff. That's there. The live track is amazing. Yeah. So they need to add driver swaps into it, and it's just Le Mans. We can do Le Mans. We can do Group C's around old Le Mans.
We could do a 24-hour of Le Mans if they bring in driver swaps.
If I'm right in saying, I think Project Cars 2 had a mod that allowed driver swaps, but it was very buggy. I don't think I ever used it. I think I remember hearing about it.
And I took part in a couple of Project Cars 2 endurance races where they'd change server and do it that way. So you'd be in the same car in the same team, but you'd have to change server. And there was ways around it. And in my opinion, Project Cars 2 had a fantastic version of Le Mans. They had the Le Mans Bugatti track as well, which is awesome. I actually won my first ever sim race on Le Mans Bugatti, so hopefully that comes as part of the pack as well, because it's a fantastic track.
You don't see that track around very often.
No, and it's brilliant as well. It's a really good track. I've had many a good race round there. So it'll be really good as well with the hypercars and the GT3s. Obviously, there's P2s on there anyway, but it'd be really good if we got the P2s in there as well. And like you said, there's lots more cars coming. Obviously, we had the recent update with the Formula Juniors as well being added, and they're great fun, although the sound's a bit buggy at the minute. But hopefully that'll be fixed when the Adrenaline Pack and that update comes. I think that's within the next week, Adam?
I think it's before the end of this month. So my guess is that it'll either be tomorrow or next Friday. It's normally on a Friday, isn't it?
It is.
AMS2 updates. But I mean, we have kind of glossed over the fact that God, I almost swore then. That flipping Rallycross is coming to AMS2 as well. And mega. So two cars to start off with, but a bunch of tracks. So they're bringing across most of the P-Cars 2 Rallycross tracks, I think. I'm right in saying. Now, of course, some of this may be because they've now got this partnership with the guys that developed P-Cars 2 that are now developing another game, things like that. It might be that they've just been able to like pass over some content to them now and free some stuff up.
Cleos! Sorry.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? But think about like some of the stuff that AMS2 does really well. Live track.
Yep.
You know, the fact that you run off wide onto the green ice of AMS2, you can drag a bit of dirt back onto the track and it reduces the grip there. You know, the track is constantly evolving. This is in normal racing. Yep. It's going to be the same in Rallycross. So they've already said that the more times you go around the track, the more laps you do, the bigger the grooves that will form in the dirt sections. The dirt will move as the cars move it around. And of course, the dirt will get dragged onto the tarmac sections as well. They're adding in Joker laps and making that all fully functional as well. And all of the, you know, the formats behind Rallycross racing. If they get it right, it's really exciting because it's a completely another form of racing that we can go do.
And there's one thing that we haven't mentioned that they are bringing as well. Safety cars.
Safety cars.
Oh yeah. I had a question on it though that wasn't answered in the update. Is it one safety car, or are they bringing different safety cars for different classes of car?
Well, I don't know. It looks like there's just one from the pictures, but it will lead you off on rolling starts, and when it goes full course yellow, it will come out.
That's cool.
So very cool. Much like iRacing, actually. iRacing does that very well, and Trinket will know because he's done lots of ovals and stuff, that you actually have a pace car to start them races on a rolling start, which is quite cool. So it'll be quite nice. And the thing with AMS2 is, obviously, from a community owner point of view and from the platform we use and SGP, if that can ever be fixed, I know they're doing a massive multiplayer update. Really working hard on it. Every update you see, we think we're getting to the bottom of it. If that works with the infrastructure at SGP, there will be AMS2 leagues, 100% that will be running, because the 3 people in this booth right now absolutely love the game. Trinket's far too damn quick at it.
Yes,
but me and Adam, when we first started oNiD, it would be our Friday night go-to. We'd have a Friday night, have a couple of beers. Where the oNiD Arms idea came from, let's go and play some AMS2. And we actually had some fantastic races. And Trinket, you saw a few weeks ago when I did my stream on a Monday, you just opened a public lobby and we ended up with like 30 people in there. And it's like, this is great, you know, car I want to race and I like racing, and then all of a sudden 30 people are joining me, and we used to have some great racing. It's just not enough for people, but hopefully this will draw people in. I think it's well timed as well, and I'm interested to know that obviously there's an official WEC game coming. We know that.
Yep.
But yet there's a deal with AMS2.
It is very interesting that, but good to see it get wrenched from the hands of rFactor 2. That's all I'm saying.
I would suggest that maybe it means that motorsport games maybe have the license for
the official teams
content, and you know, but maybe that's not exclusively Le Mans. So maybe Le Mans is available to other titles, but maybe somebody else is holding a sub license for it, like
Like the Silverstone deal.
Project Cars 2, yeah.
So maybe WEC have got it as part of their deal with Motorsport Games, but actually Le Mans have decided they want to, because Le Mans was always with is it Mad Dog Studios or whatever they were called that run Project Cars 2. Le Mans was always in there, so whether that's just a renewal of
Slightly Mad Studios, wasn't
that's
it?
Slightly Mad, yeah.
Mad Dog's cool though. I'm down with that.
But it's great to see, and obviously Le Mans in itself, obviously, it's very much like Silverstone here. Silverstone's not part of MSV, is it? It's its own license. So yeah, maybe then they've decided to do that, and which is really good. And like Ben says in chat, you're so excited for AMS2 stuff. Team events, yes, team events, and some of the tracks as well. If you could get team events in AMS2, do like a stock car race at Brasilia Alta in, with teams and stuff, would just be mega. You'd think of all the opportunities. It'd be what we've been pining for with AC2. Do you know what I mean? With the, I want to do a Clubman series, a 6-hour Clubman race that I'm just knocking around a mini challenge for 6 hours, and driver swapping, and it'd just nail it, wouldn't it?
On the SGP side, as well, I can confirm we're still working on it, and actually there is some development time scheduled for some further work on AMS2, and then Johnny will look to get some testers back together and do some test events and things like that in the background. But we know there's a solution out there because of what Racecraft Online are doing. So there is a solution out there. We've just got to find it, and we'll keep working at it. So
and we could do what Racecraft Online are doing because we have the same software.
Exactly.
We've got the same software as where we used to run our servers from, and Dan's got it on his servers, so that is available to us. But we've stuck with SGP, and I'm sure Adam, you won't mind me saying, and I don't think I'm treading on too many toes here, but the conversation I had with you and Thomas and Dan a little while ago was they were really going to lean on oNiD to test these events and get it working, because we have the player base for it. So when these events do come up, it's not just because we want to randomly test AMS2. There is a proper purpose to it, and you will all be helping not just oNiD, but you'll be helping SGP as a whole, and every community is a part of that as well. So if you do see them come up, they'll be posted. Please do get involved, because we do really, really want to get it right and have some fantastic events on there.
Yeah,
you'll definitely see me there.
Yeah, boy.
Don't put people off. You're too fast.
There's good people as well.
We need
always me.
We need Martin Thorpe. Yeah, that's what we need.
But it's such a fantastic game, and I'm so happy that these things are happening. How the game is not just getting more content; it's getting amazing content and amazing updates and amazing physics changes. It's all uphill for AMS2 right now.
Yeah, it is. They are doing things, and what I like they've done is they haven't rushed it. Yes, they put out a game that wasn't ready in the grand scheme of things, but they've not rushed to get it right. They've just gradually got it more and more updated and things sorted out and creases ironed out. And Adam will tell you 2 years ago I run a league on AMS2, and it was massively different to how it feels now, like hugely different.
And you feel, I mean, we haven't even talked about the fact that this update is also version 1.5, which comes with a huge tyre physics update, which we felt on some of the new cars. So the Formula USA 2023 and the Formula Junior have got the new model on them, and they feel incredible. So that's exciting. But also, the other thing we haven't mentioned is all of that came in one update. And by the way, they said that was part 1 of 2 of the update. So that means that there's probably the same amount of exciting stuff again to come after that. So and
they tend to update. They tend to update monthly as well, which is great. Even if it's just, by the way, we've had to do a few tweaks, but by the way, we've thrown in another car as well, or we've thrown in another track, or by the way, there's some DLC coming. It's every month you get something new, so it keeps everyone interested all the time. And that's where I think AMS2 is in a far better situation than the likes of ACC and AC2 and Rennsport is because, you know, ACC, we have wait months to hear anything, or months to get these updates. You know, we all get excited this week there was going to be an update for ACC, and it was a console update, and they're finally on 1.9. And they're, you know, they've caught up eventually on the consoles and stuff. But
yeah, that is good in fairness that has come so quickly to console, and obviously, you know, we've got the console side of things that, oh crap, I might have just hit a wall. We've got the console side of things that, and that's good news for them.
It is really good news for them, and they're catching up. But the point I was making was it's few and far between. It was the same with, you know, with Rennsport. I think it's going to be few and far between. It's Raceroom and AC are kind of dying off, and new games are coming in. But AMS2, it's, you know, keep everyone interacted every month. Try and give them something new. Give them regular updates as well. That forum page on Reddit is amazing for anyone who wants to read AMS2. Every month you get an update of what's going on, and they post it out, and it's really good. But I think we've hyped up AMS2 enough. Adam, you're out qualifying, so I'll let you go and do some qualifying. Trinket, we've already got some times coming in. What do we think is going to be a competitive time around Laguna Seca this evening?
I think we've already got a very competitive time on the board by Wanchko at the moment, a 1:23.4, nearly an entire second ahead of Brogan right now. Yeah,
it's just an incredible lap time. Incredible lap time. Trinket, what's your opinion of Laguna Seca?
I love the track. It's a track I've driven in games years past, like Tucker Racing Driver Gran Turismo. It's definitely close in my heart to a track I've driven for many years, and I love it. Though the sausages are a bit harsh.
Yeah, they are a little bit harsh, and obviously we've got the corkscrew, as you can see on your screens right now, as we're watching No Comment come down the corkscrew. Really challenging corner, isn't it, that one? Do you have a point that you aim for as you're coming over the top of the corkscrew?
As the driver that I am, very different to how a lot of people drive. I drive very much based on feel. So as the car lifts up and rotates, that's when my brain goes, okay, turn right now. But I do know that with Stevie Bain, there's a tree with a little orange wrap around it where you aim for. And
yeah.
We were in a call the other night, and we looked real close, and on that tree is just a little smiley face on the wrap.
Fair enough. I know a lot of people throughout, not just ACC and throughout games, have always said pick that tree. So it must be something that everyone picks, because it's like that's your turning point. Really challenging. Personally, I've never looked at a tree. I've just winged it and hope for the best. Close your eyes. Pray to God that you're going to make it through.
Racing line.
Yeah. Thank you, Adam.
Well, I thought you weren't embarrassed about using the racing
I'm
line.
actually not embarrassed by racing line. I love it.
There you go then.
Love it. It makes my everyday sim racing enjoyable. I'm actually gutted not to be racing tonight, to be fair. And there's a slight possibility. Next week we're Trinket's going to be hosting, running the show next week.
Hello.
He's going to be streaming, and Adam, I think we're going to race in the one-off event, aren't we? That they're going to have their week 5 event.
Yes, but are we going GT3s or are we going GT4s?
Well, I think we should go GT4.
Absolutely.
Yes. There is a slight chance I might not make it.
Boo.
Only slight. It depends what time I get back from South Mims. So there's a slight chance, but hopefully I will be back in time to at least... good crash in the pit lane, whoever that was. That was amazing. I don't know if you caught that. So there's a slight chance I won't make it, but hopefully I'm going to. But I think GT4, I might run the Ginny.
Of course.
It's got to be the Ginny.
Or if
the Camaro.
A certain someone lets me use his Alex Bowman livery.
Absolutely.
Yeah!
I'm glad you like that livery. I
love
am
it.
very proud of that one.
I'll tell you what, we'll get that out next week. I'll go Camaro and I'll run that livery just to show it off to the world, because it's amazing.
Yes, I'll focus on it plenty and go, look at my work. Look, it's me.
It's an amazing livery, and we'll use that. I'll use that next week. So if I can make it, I will be in the Camaro, giving that beast. What track are we at next week? I actually don't know.
No, me neither.
Shall we find out?
I will have a little gander.
Go have a look on SGP.
That wonderful platform that is SGP. The
The
one
absolutely amazing. Don't use anything else, please.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
voice.
not at least while Adam's here.
No.
Next week we are at
Nürburgring.
No!
Bloody
Bloody sausage.
Yeah, lovely.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh.
It's always a good bit of Nürburgring. Usually a lot of death at turn 1.
Lots of
good breaks.
So yeah, we are leading them with Wanchko in first and with a 1:23.4. That is a hell of a lap, isn't it?
Pretty rapid. I have not much experience GT3 Laguna. It's definitely faster than I've gone, and I think from the times when I was in GT4, that was around the time some of the leaders were doing.
Yeah.
Some of the good teams. Got a few times in the 123s. Only 2/10 separated between first and fourth.
Yeah,
I was on for a 23.9 until I spun it just before the final corner.
Well,
That would have
that's
put you ahead of Tom Me.
would have put you ahead of Tom Me. So Wanchko leads from Morgan, Son, no comment, Brogan, Tom Me, your top 6. Tyler's up in 7th. That's a good lap. And Paul O'Grady, who's Mr. Hydronox himself, says Laguna is just American Brands Hatch.
A bit.
I think he's got a point.
I think it's better, actually.
Whoa! Nothing is better than Brands Hatch.
I'm very impartial to a lot of British tracks. It's just something I don't get along with them.
Oh, I'm not good at them.
Oh, you're not bad at brands,
I'm
are you?
all right at brands.
Oh, tits, I've spun again.
But I do think this is a good time to bring up the AMS promotions.
Yes, and I have got the AMS promotions. Thank you for reminding me. I wondered what that message was for earlier today. So it is the finale day. Trinket, have you got the promotions in front of you?
I do indeed.
Well, so if you do promotions and I'll do glove winner.
Yes.
So, okay, let's go with promotions first then. Trinket, who is being promoted out of the AM series this month? Apart from me and Adam.
Promoted. Well, were you ever AMS? Relegate you down to beginner. So, promotions from the AM series. We have Declan Brogan, Win No Comment, Tom Me, Jan Wacker, and Janska Wanchka.
Good effort, guys, and fully well deserved. There's plenty of other racing for you guys to be involved in oNiD. Lots of awesome series going on. I've planned all our Sunday series until the end of the year, so they're all planned. There's plenty of them going on. We've got some cool stuff coming up on Tuesdays. We've got the RS stuff on Mondays as well, which is going really great. And obviously there's the Jimmy Broadbent stuff as well that you guys can all get involved in. I'm pleased for all of you. You have been a great effort from all of you, and some of the pace we saw, especially from Tom Me from the start of the season to where we are now, has been incredible. And Declan Brogan as well. We know Declan's quick. We've raced him in AC, Adam, haven't we?
Pete's sake! Yes, Johnny. Yes. Sorry, I might have just stuck it in the gravel again.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I switched over to you, facing the wrong way. Watch
but
the rejoin.
Obviously, watch the rejoin. No, obviously, that once a month we do have a winner, the SimHound glove winner. Every month, the coaches and the admins come together and they pick who deserves to win the gloves that SimHound kindly offer us for our winners. They're not just winners as in they win the championship. It's on improvement. How much they attend, how well they work. Coaching sessions, all kinds of things. And this month, these guys, and it's actually really pleasing. I'm actually quite proud because I got him into sim racing. So the SimHound glove winner this month is Mr. Sam Page.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. What a legend. He's massively, massively improved. And he never misses a race. He attends. He doesn't generally do the coaching sessions because I steal him on a Wednesday to play pool. But he's a great guy, and he's involved in the team as well. He's part of the SimHound Rookies team. He does all the endurance races we throw at him. He does all the league races we throw at him. He gets involved in everything. So I'm really pleased. Well done, Sam. I'm really pleased.
Shut up, Dane.
Adam clearly staying in AMS.
And I've raced against and with Sam Page plenty. It was great. Because we're in the Team Cup together in the Janetta.
Yeah, and he's my teammate in the 2.4 series. So, you know, he gets around, he just wants to race, which is good. He's got the right attitude for it. So I'm really pleased that he's actually got the gloves this time around. They're well deserved.
And now he gets some nice professional oNiD SimHound gloves too.
Well, I don't know if they're oNiD ones yet, but he does get the SimHound ones, and I think he's got some oNiD ones on order actually. So he's like, no, 2 pair of gloves to wear. He can wear one on either hand. It'd be great.
He can put some on his feet.
Ones on order. Where are they? Damn it.
Well, okay, I can give an update on that as well. Actually, while I'm here, I'll give an update once qualifying's finished because it is getting really, really tasty at the front. Wanchko's done a 1:22.6, which is
God,
unbelievable.
5 tenths ahead of Muller, who did do a 1:23.2, which is pretty fast.
Which is ridiculous. Then we have Dexter Morgan in third with a 1:23.5, Brogan with a 1:23.5, Som with a 1:23.5. Unbelievable times. Then we have Mr. Sam Knight, who's called it a day for qualifying 23.6. No comment 23.6. Royal with a 24 flat. That's a great lap from Seth. Tyler with a 24.1, another great lap. And Tom Mee down in 10th with a 1:24.1. So certainly interesting. Tom Mee after his... Well, where is Adam? Adam is down in 18th.
It's certainly showing the strengths and weaknesses of the drivers, because a lot of people will have strong tracks and weak tracks, and you can really see the fluctuation of drivers, especially in
this is one of my strong tracks.
Series.
This is one of your strong tracks.
Maybe it needs to be a bit stronger. A bit racing stronger.
Oh, very good.
Nice. So yeah, these guys are coming in. They've got 5 seconds left to qualifying. Brogan is half a second up. Well, I said this before when he was 2.5 seconds up, and I don't want to make that mistake again. But according to race control, he's half a second up. So we'll see how Declan Brogan goes.
Yellow flag at the corkscrew, everyone.
Oh, that'll be Adam.
Gone round.
Brogan then he's going to cross the line and go second. Good lap from Declan Brogan. Only 3 tenths off in the end with a 22.997.
With the stream delay, I was just watching because you were on board with Adam and you saw him start spinning as you switched over to Declan Brogan.
You did, yes.
Damn it!
Didn't go so well. I'm maybe gonna. I'm gonna take it. Oh, I've got an 8-minute race where I can try a different setup.
You have. I'll just. There you go, Trinket. You should be able to see that now. Shared my screen for you.
Yep.
In my rush earlier, I forgot to do that. So yeah, fantastic qualifying session. Then Wanchko first, Brogan second, Muller in third, Morgan in fourth, Son in fifth, Knight in sixth, no comment in seventh, Royal in eighth, Tyler in ninth, Tom Mee in 10th, Tony Fenton in 11th. Oh, we see Kraus just jump up to 9th. Good effort from him. Jan Wacker in 13th, Niha in 14th. Ryan Sherlock then in 15th, Seema in 16th, Sam Page 17th, and he's going to be over the moon because he's out-qualified. Adam in 18th, Wacker in 19th, Beerbach in 20th, Russell 21st, Darren Eaton in 22nd, and Grishna. How do you say that, Adam?
Grishna, yeah.
Grishna.
Right, yeah.
Grishna.
In 23rd. So.
She said last week, just call her Fiona.
Fiona, that was it.
Yeah, she did.
Fiona, it's easier.
Stephen Bain, before the session ended, said Declan Brogan 2.5 seconds up.
Yeah, funny.
Oh, no.
Yeah, funny.
Look at the time, you will not believe it.
Thank you. Oh, dear.
Always. What's up, Johnny?
I don't know why I do this to myself. Just open myself up for ridicule.
Open yourself up to friendship.
Oh,
friends. Adam, what happened? Talk us through it.
I spun a lot.
Spin a lot. Adam spin a lot, Healy.
I should have just stuck with the setup that I used on Monday. But
What was that? Drive a different car?
So it's different driver, yeah. No, it was so on Monday I used Go setups.
Very good partners.
Get,
Like it.
Obviously, you can get some great Go setups through the link in the oNiD Discord.
Yep, use the link.
Always use the link. Always use the link.
Absolutely.
But like, I wasn't very quick on Monday, so of course, maybe in May thought, well, it must have just been the setup. Turns out it wasn't the setup; it was the driver that was the problem. So when I changed the setup, that hasn't fixed it. In fact, it made it worse. Yeah.
So, what are your predictions for this start? Not for who's winning, but how clean it will be. We're hoping that in this finale, everyone's got it just right. I'll take that as a yes.
The 8 minutes will be really interesting because they've got 8 minutes. Obviously, they've got to do their pit stop. The pit entry at Laguna is really tricky. They've obviously got to navigate in a group going through the corkscrew. I think being on pole is not always the best place to be here as well because the track's so wide going into turn 1.
Plenty of space to run around on the outside.
Yeah, and it's easy to get kind of trapped on the inside and someone goes round the outside of you. And oh, you all right, Adam? Is Adam falling over? Oh,
Adam?
I think we've killed him.
Unfortunate. So anyway.
There was a new job going at SGP, by the way, if anyone wants to be head of sales and marketing. And also, oh, here he is. He's back.
You still hear me?
Yeah, you alive?
My microphone stand broke.
Oh,
no.
That'll do it.
Fully broke?
Well, I've managed to wedge it up, but it's now a lot further away from my mouth than it was before, so I might be a bit quieter than I was before.
Perfect.
30 seconds.
Only the best stream results with me around. Last week it was the overlays. This week's it's your microphone.
20 seconds.
Oh, amazing. So let's watch these off. So these guys are going for their 8-minute warm-up race to get used to driving around together and testing the pit stops and getting everything ready for the feature race that will come after this. So these guys are going to go off on their formation lap and then do an 8-minute sprint race. No points at stake for this one. It is just literally for them to practice their start, to practice their pit stops and make any final adjustments to the car. So as Wanchko then leads us off. Should be a good race, to be quite honest. I think if Adam, I think you can make a fair few spots up, to be honest.
What, even in this 8-minute race?
I think you would be, I reckon, top 10 if you don't bin it.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Just a bit echoey.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Oh, Jack Watson says, can't believe my connection to the server died. Gutted. You can get back in, though, Jack. You can get back in. You won't lose any points if you just rejoin. You can get back in for race 2.
And that is also something I remembered as well about Rensport. From what I've seen, it looks like there's standing starts in GT3.
Oh, I haven't seen yet.
Standing starts would be interesting. Especially when everyone's so used to... Yeah, actually, in the ESL rounds, there were standing starts, weren't they?
I've not seen much, but that was the first thing I noticed was launch control and launch off the line. Hold up.
Launch control?
This is very different.
Wow. I can't launch normally, so...
Well, Raceroom's got launch control on certain cars, and it's brilliant. Especially when you're the only one on the grid that remembers that there's launch control, and you just go woof, past everyone into the first corner.
You go what?
What?
You go what? How'd you go? Oh, someone clip
An
that.
overexcited dog.
Oh dear. So these guys going through the corkscrew then on the formation lap. Wanchko leads us away from Brogan, Muller, Morgan and Son.
Well,
I want to hear a prediction
Oh.
from you, all of you guys that are in chat. Adam's finishing position. We can't set a poll like we usually would on Twitch, so just put it in here. Positions where Adam's going to finish, not in the 8-minute race, but in the main event. I reckon ninth. I'm going ninth.
What, in the 8-minute race?
No, in the main race. I just said that.
Well, okay. I was sorry. I was almost crashing at the corkscrew.
Oh, are you doing a Johnny on the formation now?
I seem to have made my tyres colder on this formation lap. That's good.
Yep.
I'm going to go optimistic on you, Adam. So don't let me down. I'm going to say you're going to finish 7th in the feature race.
Wow. So 9th and 7th. Let's hear it. Let's see where he comes. So we've got green light then in the warm-up race. Wanchko makes a very good start, and he's already scampered away as they go into single file and they go into turn 1. Then Brogan has a look at the inside, nothing going. Oh, there is a big spin, and Brogan's been caught up, and Muller has been caught up in that as well.
Has he been mullered?
He has been mullered. Very good, Adam. Another big spin. I've caught that one. Matt Krause is involved. Another big spin. Another 3. Oh, 4, 5, 6 cars.
That's a lot of damage.
That is a big accident. Not as big as the one we saw at Spa in the SRO round, but it's still pretty big. So yeah, Wanchko still then leads, and he's no comment up into second, with Son just behind. So
there's more going on.
There's more going on towards the back. Where's Adam? Adam's in 7th! Look at that! Look at him go! Go on, Adam. Let's watch him through the corkscrew.
The number into existence.
And he's gone through the corkscrew celebration! Woohoo! So these guys...
Another yellow flag back in the field.
Yeah.
So look, something happened.
Looks like there was a few people that have been involved. Krause, Muller, Brogan, all down in 10th, 11th, 12th. Darren Eaton's up. It's gone down now to 13th. There has been some issues, but Wanchko leads then on the first lap as he comes into turn 1.
6th.
No comment into the pits.
Yeah, no comment is
Getting
into the
that
pits.
early done.
Yeah.
Purple lap.
So we've got some. We've actually got some predictions in chat. Hydra says you're going to finish 21st. Dan Tomlinson, I think he's Haribo Penguin. He says you're going to be 23rd. And now Hydra says actually no 15th, and Jack Watson says 14th. So they're not as optimistic as me and Trinket are on your driving ability.
I'm purple lap at the moment.
You are
With
purple.
3 minute 59.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I was going to say I reckon I could run that, but no, I probably couldn't. To be fair.
No, you couldn't.
It'd probably take me 3 minutes and 59 to make it to turn 2.
So Wanchko leads then. I wonder if he'll pit.
Oh, no comment with a stop go 30. Too hot into the pit lane there.
Yeah, you're absolutely spot on with that, and that's the thing, isn't it? You need to practice these pit stops. It's very easy to speed into the pits as well. The board, you can see, is right on the tyre stack there, so you're doing a fair speed when you get to the board, so you need to slow down appropriately. But Wanchko then leads, and I'm sure this will be getting rid of Adam's fastest lap. It is. It's a 1:23 flat already. Wow, what a time!
That is rapid.
That's a ridiculous time.
I'm a bit worried. I didn't set my pit stop up.
Just wing it. As long as you go in and change tyres, you'll be fine, right?
Yeah, I'm changing tyres. It's fine.
So yeah, Wanchko leads from Son then by 4.5 seconds already. Sam Knight for the 4.3 seconds back. Niha's made the way up to 4th. Brogan in 5th after that first corner incident. Krause has got up to 6th. Obviously, there is quite a few people that have pitted. Muller in 7th, Tom Mee, Fiona's in 9th. And Seth Royal is in the pits, along with Adam, Wacker, Seema, and then Darren Eaton. And then no comment with that stop go 30, which I'm sure he's going to come in and serve. He does. Very tricky getting in that pit lane. Does a good job of it there, though, to be fair.
It's one thing hitting the board and not overspeeding, but then you've also got to let off the throttle in full lock to try and get it right around that corner. It's very tight.
Seth Royal with a stop go 30 as well, yeah. Now, is it me, or has the stop go 30 sign changed?
No.
It has on yours, but not on mine.
Oh, someone's just drove over the board as well. That's going to be a nightmare. Number 78. Declan Brogan's just come into the pits and driven the board over. That's not going to help. But yeah, it's just it looks very different on mine. It's not its usual bright red.
Got the special stop go 30.
I think I am special. That's what it is. People coming in the pits. So Son's currently leading by 6.4 seconds from Sam Knight. And these guys. Would you think, Trinket, with this track, it's going to be fairly warm. Laguna is fairly warm. A tyre's going to be an issue in the feature race?
45 minutes, is it?
Yeah.
I'd say towards the end you might start feeling it if you don't change the tyres in your pit stop. I'm not sure if that's a requirement.
I think it is, but it was which is just as well, because in the 45-minute race on Monday night, tyres were a massive issue by the end.
Because on Sunday last, in the race around Suzuka, I didn't change tyres in the 296. I was really feeling it, but it was drivable.
I was going to say, that's brave in the 296.
I had a very loose setup on the rear as well, so my rears were cooked.
You see no comment.
But I did win, so woo.
Good effort. We see no comment coming in again. Obviously, not served the stop go 30 the first time round. It's good to see this time. So Son's in the pits. Fiona is will be de facto leader. But Wanchko is 13 seconds behind, and you would think would retake the lead with only a couple of minutes left of this warm-up race. Good little battle up going behind here. The two people that have pitted. Brogan 3/10 behind Niha as they're going through the corkscrew. As we see Brogan go a little bit wide. Really tricky, the corkscrew, especially if you go wide in the entry.
It's, yeah, you'll definitely lose a lot of time, but you'll still make it most of the time.
Unless the rear disappears on you, but Brogan looks very quick. Coming into the last corner. That Lamborghini looks so on point, and I know it pretty much brakes to a stop within half a second. It's so good on its brakes. I wonder if Declan's going to try and outbrake the BMW. We know the BMW's good on the brakes. Let's go up the inside. Brogan does go up the inside. A little bit of a touch, but only a bit of a door bang and away. Brogan goes through then up into 4th place.
So good fights going on. Fiona's still to pit though. Wanchko's in the lead of the race technically, and only 8 seconds behind.
Yeah, and we're following then Adam, who is up in 7th, avoided all the carnage at the start, and had a pit stop, and now looks to be battling with Sam Knight. Adam, how does the Ferrari feel around here?
Better. And I've just decided to be a little bit calmer, and that's a lot better.
Yeah, and that's what we say to all our AM drivers, is about being consistent, you know, taking your time, don't get flustered, and you'll watch the times come back to you. Adam's doing a great job in 7th. Up in 7th, look at that. Good effort, sir.
Keeping pressure, keeping control under pressure is vital, especially in longer races.
It is, yeah, and that's the whole thing about endurance racing, isn't it? You have to be consistent, keeping calm, and just kind of getting into a groove, and that's what these guys need to do as well, with 45 minutes coming up as well. So, but Wanchko then is going to take the win, unless something drastic happens in the final few corners. Like we said, this is just a warm-up race, getting used to their pit stops, getting used to driving around in a pack, especially with turn 1 and 2 being very tight as they are at Laguna. No points on offer. Wanchko seems to have some serious pace. His last lap was a 23.5.
Jesus, I was impressed with my 24.6.
Yeah, ridiculous race pace. Absolutely ridiculous race pace.
Looking at the best times around the grid, it seems the average is around the mid-24s.
Oh, big sausage! Got away with it.
Adam's up to 6th.
Yeah.
Fiona stopped.
Ah, yes.
And
yes.
there's a big spin in front. Knee has lost it. So Samuel will go through, and so will Adam. Adam's into 5th. Wow, look at the rejoin. That was so close. Really difficult place to be rejoining, but luckily got away with it. So Wanchko wins the warm-up race quite comfortably, and Son in 2nd. Declan Brogan then just coming down the straight and across the line will be 3rd. And there is Adam. Adam, look at that. Solid 5th. Didn't quite catch down at the end, though. You'd be happy with that in the race, wouldn't you?
I reckon. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was good. Do you know what? It was like, we all know that I don't have pace, that I suck, right? But I do tend to regularly get fairly clean first laps, and it's experience makes such a difference on first laps. Just knowing to be on the brakes that little bit earlier and take a slightly different line through T1. So I went out really wide, and then actually managed to sweep round a load of people that were chilling on the apex, and then just staying out of trouble and watching ahead and seeing what's going on. So yeah, I guess maybe that's where a bit of experience comes in.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right in what you're saying is about braking a little bit early, letting off early, especially on turn 1. It can be really tricky, but a good effort, and you've got the Ferrari set up quite nicely. Best that was a 24.6, Adam, so not bad.
Yeah, I was actually I had a lot more in it than that. I had a 23 in it in the race. So yeah, no, I think this setup is definitely better.
Happy days. So these guys then just working their way back round to the pits. Stevie Bain says an Adam top 5 is on. Yeah, I would think so as well.
Just happened.
Yeah, that doesn't count though, does it?
It does for me.
It doesn't. It doesn't. And to be fair, I got 5th last week, so that's the if you get 4th, you've beat me.
Oh, gonna be a close fight between the two of you.
What did you get in the main race? Was it 5th?
Yeah.
I thought you sucked a lot more than that.
Wow. No, I had that first lap incident, and then I managed to come back and work my way up to 5th, if I remember rightly.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Sort of waited for everyone else to screw up.
Just gloss over the Sam incident, yes?
I don't know what you're on about.
Yes. It was as Stevie Bain was rejoining as well, so the stewards were blissfully unaware.
Absolutely, nothing happened. So yeah, I did finish 5th last week. Yes, I was behind Brogan, Wacker, Sephiroth.
Check it, didn't you?
I did have to check because I actually couldn't remember. All right.
Yeah, whatever. I might be able to move my microphone slightly. Is that slightly better?
Yeah, you're fine.
You good?
You good? You good? It's good.
Good. It's good. It's good.
It's good.
Oh dear. Excuse me.
Oh yeah.
Moving on to race 2, do you think Wanchko will pull away and get the lead again?
Yes.
I think, yeah, I do think he seems to have some blistering pace, and I think if he can get away like he did and stay out of trouble, he was lucky to, not get caught in the incident that was directly behind him. He's very strong. I can't see him doing anything else but winning this one, really.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell.
Racing be a cruel mistress at times.
You have to say it in your best pirate voice, is that what you were doing?
I have no idea.
I don't think it was intended to be a pirate voice.
If I wanted it to be a pirate voice, I would do it myself. That was terrible.
That's Irish. Yeah, it was good.
Ireland.
We've now just defended Hydra, so well done.
Yeah,
That's good.
I love you, Hydra.
And Willie and Dan Connolly and Ethan Scott and sorry to all the Irish.
I'm ever so slightly Irish. I'm allowed. Okay.
Everyone's slightly Irish.
I'm not. So we've got 45 minutes is the next race, isn't it?
Yep, got a 45-minute race coming up next. Just waiting for the race server to flick over, and these guys will go for real.
33 laps, it's telling me.
Yeah, be about right.
33 opportunities for you to lose it at the corkscrew.
Get away.
I think Trinket can stay on a Thursday. I quite like it.
Yeah, shut up, you. I can always leave on a Thursday.
I just said, was that my cousin just now? Oh, amazing.
Cousin Knox. Right, so we've got to take a pit stop, right?
Correct.
What my pressure's like? Oh, it doesn't tell me. Oh, sod it though. Fine. Who cares?
There is some gaps in the grid, or is that just me, Trinket?
I see a few gaps as well, yes.
I see
One
gaps.
ahead of Adams. And one to
Hang
the
on, where's
left.
Sam Page?
He's
He's
next
to
to
your
you.
left.
Oh, that'll be why I can't see him.
He's right there. He's waiting for you. I gave Sam some clear instructions on Tuesday.
Turn right.
Right, so I've put 72 litres of fuel in, which is too much, but I'd rather have too much rather than not enough. And pit stop strategy, I need fresh boots and 1 litre of fuel. I'm whacking in.
I think it's just tyres, isn't it? I don't think you have to do fuel as well.
Yeah, it was in the first race actually, so yeah, I'll just do that. And then I think we're looking great.
No pit window as well, so you can pit whenever you want.
Tuesday?
You want to pit on Tuesday?
Yeah, you said I can pit whenever I want.
Sam says, does he win the race if I punt Adam?
No, you get an extra pair of gloves, though.
Actually, though, I can't tell anyone to punt Adam because I did
No,
that
because
once.
have you ever done that before?
I did.
And what happened?
He punted you.
He did.
No names, Mr. Matt Holman.
We were talking about that on Monday because he still remembers the pain of. Do you remember I just gave him the silent treatment?
Oh, God, yeah.
He thought it was real.
20 seconds.
So
I can't
funny.
remember when it was, but I swear I've been punted by both of you once before.
Definitely
No,
me.
never.
I'm Johnny Crash for a reason.
10 seconds.
I don't punt anyone.
I saw that team name on your Audi.
Yeah, I've been Johnny Crash with it. I've been Johnny Crash before oNiD began. I was given to a nickname given to me by a certain Mr. Fish, and it's stuck ever since. Even the missus is Mrs. Johnny Crash.
Monsieur Poisson.
Yes, Monsieur Poisson. These guys then.
Madame, oh no, I died.
Madam, I never died. Yeah. These guys then out on their formation lap, 45 minutes ahead of them. A good chance to get some points on the board. The few of the people, definitely the front row, would be their last race in the AM Series, apart from the one-off race next week. But it will be their last official race. So they'll want to go out with a bang. Declan Brogan will honestly not want to be involved in Turn 1 incident like he was last time around. Adam will be praying for a bit of a first lap madness because he managed to gain about 14 positions. Trinket, are you excited for this one?
I'm looking forward to it, yeah. The last race, there was a lot of carnage, so I'm hoping it'll be less carnage this time. But if it does happen, it'll be interesting to see how the drivers recover from it and how they're able to get themselves back out, put their heads down, go up the field again.
Yeah, and this is the thing about 45-minute races. It is very much keep your head down. I was involved in an early incident last week and still managed to finish 5th. As long as you can get in, get your pit stop done.
Whinge about it as well.
And me. You pipe down, you. Otherwise, I'm going to replay it every time you spin it through the corkscrew.
That would essentially be the entire stream then.
yeah. Absolutely, it would.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It makes you go into double file really early here.
Yes, it does before the corkscrew.
And as we found out as I found out on Monday night, having qualified so low, sometimes that means that you are still in the final corner when it goes green.
Oh, that could be horrible.
It was awkward. I was still coming through the corner, still turning, and it went green, green, green. Balls.
I think the worst that I've had it was during the placement races for Paul Ricard. I was right at the back of the grid pretty much, and the green flag dropped when I was going around the second to last corner.
Oh, yeah.
So then I still had the last corner to go around at race pace.
I don't like this. I'm starting on the left this time. I enjoyed starting on the right last time.
Round the last corner then. Stevie Bain says, tip for Adam, save the pit stop until you've crashed.
Show face.
Oh, we've got one in the pits there.
We have got one in the pits. Don't know who that is. That is Seema who's in the pits. So we just went to go, and there's the green light then, and Wanchko makes a really good start. Brogan's a little bit closer this time around as they head down through the curve and into turn 1 then. The Wanchko leads from Brogan, and they go 3 wide in the background there. I think they've all made it round. Still 3 wide. And there it is. There's a little bit of contact with no comment who goes off. And yet he will get to the back of the grid. That was unfortunate, but go 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. Very, very difficult. But Wanchko does indeed lead the way, and no comments. Just
a few more yellow flags up ahead.
Yeah, Seema's just on his way out then of the pits. As we see Declan Brogan then with Muller chasing down Wanchko. Only on lap 1, still got a long time to go. And these guys will just be settling into their groove as they go through the corkscrew for the first time then. Muller closes right up on Brogan then, going into the corkscrew. As they come through the corkscrew then and out the other side safely. We've got an incident. Wacker is involved. They're big incident at the corkscrew, trying to sort themselves out. No one really massively hit, as we see. Darren Eaton, I think, involved in that one. Really unfortunate. Adam, did you get through that safely?
Sort of. It was a couple of corners later where I got a bit of a push off track, but yeah, sort of got through there safely. But yeah, there was a yellow car that you've just seen the rejoin on the stream. That was excellent.
Yeah,
it's quite a few cars going multiple wide down the corkscrew, which you do not want to do.
No, you need to be taking that single file and all getting through it safely. As Muller then is chasing down Declan Brogan for second position. Some guys have taken their pit stops already. Jan Wacker, Sohn, Niha and Russell in the pits. I believe we've got a few more. No, just them 4 then have gone into the pits early doors. We'll see how they turn out and where they come out in. If they can keep it clean from now on, they're out of traffic. They actually might make some good positions up with the pitting on lap 1 strat. That seems to work.
It just depends if their tyres hang on properly.
It does massively. Declan Brogan, you see, go off through the corkscrew. Really challenging. That will catch people out a lot this race. And Declan Brogan has suffered and has dropped down to 4th. And then, has been caught the sausage curb and has gone into the wall. That's really unfortunate.
That's going to be some big damage.
Oh, Adam might have caught the same sausage but got away with it.
Is going to be some big damage. He's struggling.
Pretty bad there, yeah. That's very unfortunate.
Back to the pits he goes. Hopefully he'll get that fixed and head back out. Unfortunately, though, returning to the pits, it won't count as his mandatory pit stop complete, so he'll have to go back out and then come back in for a pit stop. So Muller then is in second. Wanchko leads the way by 2.5 seconds. And you see Muller just in the background then Dexter Morgan in 3rd. Seth Royal up in 4th. Good laps from him so far.
Adam, top 10.
And Amini, top 10. Look at that. In a relatively clean Ferrari, considering he's just been on lap 1 and 2.
I see a few scrape marks on the on one side, but other than that, nice and clean.
There are a few. And I'm a little bit concerned that the stewards might have a look at something.
Oh, did you kill someone?
Well, completely unintentionally, of course. But I thought I was clear on the left and moved across to avoid a car that was on my right in front of me, and the front end of the car was still to the left of me. But I don't know. I don't know what the stewards would think of it. So. But I'm sure it will flag up on their little system for them to take a look at.
Yeah, there is live stewarding in this event. Obviously, Mr. Bain is usually the one heading that up, so we may see a few penalties coming through. So we'll keep an eye out for them. Hopefully, Adam gets punished adequately for his crimes.
It's only fair.
It is only fair. Yeah, no SGP bias
If it was
here,
a crime.
guys.
If it was a crime, that's the thing I don't know. I don't know if it was a crime or not. If it was, I apologise profusely.
Moves and shakers. Tom Mee up into 6th and chasing down Kraus in 5th. Then this could be a good little battle. Trinket Ferrari still seems to be popular with drivers at the minute. Do you think that's going to get a bop soon?
I think the car's performance is pretty alright at the moment. There's still certainly the Lambo specifically is still very strong. The Ferrari just feels really good to drive. It channels my AMS2 speed.
Ah, that's why you're in the Ferrari. As we see, oh, unlucky. That is Kraus going off then in the corkscrew, and he's going to lose out. And Tom Mee then moves up into 5th. Wouldn't be the first time, and it's certainly not going to be the last time that someone gets caught out of the corkscrew tonight.
Still 39 minutes to go. Still plenty of close laps. It's entirely possible.
Absolutely it is. Wanchko still leading the way with and his fastest lap is a 22.8. Ugh. Not looking forward to racing that guy on a Sunday anytime soon.
Sam Page, yellow flag. Oh,
he looks like he's had an incident with Daz Eaton as well. That's really unfortunate. Let's see if we can get
straight into the pits. Smart move.
See if we can get a replay of it. So it wasn't in the corkscrew. He's come round the corner. Oh, he's just caught the sausage on the inside on the curb and has spun it round all on his own, and then Darren's done the same right next to him. So they weren't involved in separate incidents. They were involved. They weren't involved in the same incident. They were involved in separate ones. But Sam is in the pits. Dexter Morgan, name that I'm not familiar with, is putting a good show and chasing down Muller in 3rd position.
Bain mentioned him earlier because he was a name not heard before. He's been signed up apparently, but this is the first race he's actually attending.
I got a warning.
Oh.
And I apologise.
Oh.
So it must have been my fault, so I apologise.
Oh dear. Naughty, naughty.
Look at Wanchko's fastest lap.
Yeah, 22.8, which is
sickening.
Unbelievable pace. Jack Watson for Mirage Motorsports having a good battle here with Matt Kraus, who spun it at the corkscrew a couple of laps ago. Jack, I believe, he's friends with Matt Holman and is part of that crew, so good to see him getting involved. Nice to see someone running the Merc as well. A very nice car.
You know, I didn't get along with it too well, even after the update.
It's one of them cars that's been heavily supported by AMG and Mercedes in game as well. So it's probably the closest it will feel to being a real GT car. But it does take some driving, and luckily Trinket we've changed out of it for the 12-hour next weekend.
Yeah, I still need to try the 720S Evo at Spa.
If I could drive it, anyone could drive it.
True that.
Thank you, Adam.
Muller, how much I was not doing too well. Ooh, Muller around.
Yeah, we see Muller. Just saw the yellow flag come out. I don't know what's happened to Muller. Let's see if we can catch it on a replay. But saw the yellow flag come out. Was this a corkscrew death? No, it wasn't. So he's lost it further on down the lap. We'll see what happened to him then. But he was in 2nd and looked strong in 2nd as well. Has he been caught out by the same? Yeah, same curve as Sam Page. Got caught out and has lost it. Luckily, well held the brakes. And luckily hasn't taken anyone with him. Got the car back going. And has actually come out in 4th, so not too bad in the end for Muller. And he's straight into a battle with Seth Royal for 3rd place. Let's go and look for some more battles on track. Fensham is A man in the Audi, what a legend. Good livery as well, very nice livery. Having a battle with our very own Adam, who is up in 8th. Good stuff, Adam. We won't talk to him because he's embroiled in a three-way. Adam in a three-way, who'd have thought it?
The final car's a lap down.
It's still a three-way, damn it. Spoil my fun.
Uninvited third person.
Is there any such thing? Oh, now, Morgan. No one wants that second place. Morgan's had an issue as well. That seems to be just before the corner that caught out Muller. But Morgan has managed to save that and stay in second, although Seth Royal is right up behind him. And it is a little bit of a Ferrari fest at the front. Apart from Wanchko is 12 seconds to the good, then the next 4 cars are Ferraris.
It does seem to be a very good car for amateurs then. There's a lot of them on the field and they're doing pretty well.
They are doing very well. They are doing very well indeed. So good battle going on there. Tom Mee as well up in 5th, having a battle with Muller just a second back. Another Ferrari. So obviously it's easy to pick up and drive and people are liking it, which I'm very surprised at because the old Ferrari was horrific. But you know, fair play to them. They're doing well.
Never thought I'd see the day where I drive a Ferrari, but now I'm maining one, so very interesting how things happen like this.
Yeah, and it's one of them things. The Ferrari will be strong, and then there'll be a bop update, and something else will be strong, and you'll see people moving between cars, and then there'll be people that stay with the Ferrari because they like it. You know, personally, I stayed with the Bentley for a long time because I liked it. Adam, you were the BMW when that came because you liked that car.
Because it had brakes.
Because it had brakes, yeah. It was the same with the Bentley, really. The Bentley had brakes on it as well, so it was good at stopping. So yeah, I think once we get another bop, and I think you'll probably see some more people. I'm surprised not more people are using the McLaren 720S Evo because it is a relatively good car. But obviously people like the Ferrari and the Porsche. SEMA is brought out the yellow flag. Looks like he may have had an incident. Let's go and have a look, see if we can pick that up. See what happened with Marcel SEMA. Wonder if he's had an incident with Sam or whether they've just had an incident together. Oh, that was he lost it all on his own. Oh, big damage as well. Really easy on that curb to lose that. If you get a foot on the gravel, and I think Sam's probably done the same. You see, Sam's just run out in the background of that shot and done exactly the same.
You've got a really big problem if you get a foot on the gravel. That means your door's open and everything.
Funny.
It's really quite hard to keep the car on track in some of these corners because they really are high speed, dab of the throttle, turn in, power down, and if you've got it wrong, you're going.
It's Tom Mee then. Still chasing down Muller. We haven't seen any one in the top 12 take their pits yet. Fensom and No Comment have taken pits. Wacker, Son, Fiona, Russell, Nia, Beerback, Sherlock, Page, Eaton, all taken their pits. Adam up in 8th. Are you feeling like you need to take your pit stop yet, or are you quite happy going around and playing the long game?
Yeah, I'm going to at least halfway because I really struggled with the tyres in the end in the 45-minute on Monday. So I just want to split up the time as evenly as possible.
How did you get on Monday, by the way? I genuinely don't know, so I was only asking.
Not very well.
Oh.
I can't remember the actual positions, but my SGP ranking went up.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, but I'm still recovering from. Still recovering my ranking from when Billy was born, and I just missed a load of races and just really didn't think to check out of them.
Yeah.
I'm very intimidated by my own SGP rating at the moment because it's the highest it's ever been, and it's just like, oh, this is too high.
What are you on now?
As of Tuesday's race, even though I did qualify on pole, but then I started on the wrong time, so I had to start from the pits. Even after that, I've now just hit 8,000.
Ooh, it's pretty
You
good.
will start getting to the point soon where even if you win races and things like that, you will actually lose rank.
I've seen that a few times with
yeah.
other people. Yeah.
It's interesting, and a lot of people can't understand that. It's because everyone's used to standard ELO ranking system.
It's more of a balanced system, isn't it? It's based on everything around you rather than just you win, here's some points.
And it's based on everything that's ever happened on that track with any driver.
Terrifying. It's quite intimidating, this ranking system, especially when it comes to its full form.
Sorry, Johnny, I won't take up any more of your time.
No, I'm interested because obviously you know a bit more about the ranking, and I don't expect you to say anything. But obviously we know there's issues with mixed weather conditions and wet races that people will lose ranking. And I'm just going to flick to Dexter Morgan, who's brought out another yellow flag. This time has got some damage, been caught out by that curve, I think, as well, that a lot of people are being caught out on, and has actually dropped down. I think he's going to drop down and come out 6th, but that car doesn't look
Right ahead of me.
that great condition. But yeah, as Adam races up the hill, and Adam will go past him.
Oh no! Wow. Okay.
And yeah, a little bit. And Morgan's off
That
again.
That was mighty close.
It was well avoided, Adam.
Didn't avoid, got hit.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It wasn't too bad. I sort of bounced off of him.
I'm going to look at the replay of that.
So what I was saying was obviously you know a bit more about the system the most, and we wouldn't ask you to divulge anything. But it's obviously with the wet weather issue, I'm guessing that's being worked on. It sounds very, very intricate, and without giving away too much, I know you're in the car and you're driving, but how intricate is it? Just on a scale of 1 to 100, is it like full intricate and it reads everything, or is there is a little bit of nuance to it as well?
So without giving away too much, it is constantly learning. We're not teaching it; it is constantly learning, and therefore it is constantly evolving and developing. So the more laps that are done, the more it learns, the more I go off at the corkscrew. And
you're all good.
The better it gets. So the more laps that are turned on it, the better it gets. So yeah, it's an interesting system. And look, I don't pretend to know that much about it. We've got people who are just frankly geniuses about it. But it's clever, it's good, and the thing is, it's different because I didn't know this until a couple of weeks ago. There's a thing called ELO ranking system, which was built for chess.
Yeah, and used by iRating and LFM and other people.
Yeah,
off the shelf, ready to go.
Yeah, many competitive games.
Even Rennsport said that they're going to base their ranking system on ELO as well. We're saying maybe we need to get trending #It's not chess, because we haven't used a ranking system that's based on chess. We've developed our own from the ground up, and there are other elements coming to the ranking and licensing system going forward as well.
Amazing stuff. It'd be really good to see how that comes about. And it was actually someone that said to me today, I think it was today in Discord, or I've seen something. It was actually Miles Dixon. There was a conversation going on about the ranking system within oNiD and how drivers can't make sense of it at the minute. It doesn't make sense. And Miles' response was, it's a new system. Basically, what he was saying was, and don't forget, guys, SGP is still in beta, so it's still being developed. I think sometimes they forget that. And it was a really spot on point from Miles. I replied and said exactly that. It's like you said, it's learning. It's always being bettered, and SGP still is in beta, so things are being trialed and things will. This isn't a finished article with that ranking system at all, is it?
No, it's not. No, it's version 1. I think it's version 1.6 now, something like that. So there's plenty more iterations to come before we get anywhere near a version 2.0. And it will just keep learning, and we keep developing it on the back end as well. So I tell you what, though, hats off to the folk that do it, because they're the true heroes.
And they'll be
not the true heroes, they're the true geniuses.
Yeah, they are the true geniuses. The true heroes. The true heroes are the ones that drive on the platform and make it a success. Let's just say that.
Well, true that.
But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that grows. Obviously, there's still some fantastic action going out on track. We've got Tom Mee up into 4th, Muller back up into 3rd, still embroiled in a battle with Seth Royal. But your leader, Wanchko, is 19.7 seconds up the road. Trinket, I don't think anyone's going to catch him.
And yeah, unless something absolutely major happens, or someone else starts putting in 22s, there's not much of a chance, it would seem.
He looks very, very dominant, does Wanchko. Really, really solid drive from him. Adam is in the pits, taking his stop. 24.5 minutes to go.
Another yellow flag with Kreisner and Page. He's around at the same part of the track again, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Very unfortunate. It is tricky to keep the car going straight on this track sometimes.
Yeah, very difficult, especially them sweeping corners up towards the corkscrew. Really tough, and especially when you get out like that. Yeah, exactly. That curb is absolutely lethal, and yeah, not too much damage to Sam's car, but he'll be taking a few knocks. And it's already done.
Many knocks to his ego, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, unfortunate for Sam. He'll still be going strong though. Wanchko leads. Muller then into the pits, first to blink out of the top 3. Adam was the first out of the top 10 to go and have his pit stop, and now it's Muller then. See if they can get the jump on the guys around them. He'll come in and get his stop done. Adam has come out 12th. Just behind, I think Fensom's just gone through.
And no comment.
Yeah, they both have. So, back in a battle then, Adam. Battle to keep up with these guys and get that top 10, which I'm sure you will. There's plenty of people still left to pit. Muller is in the pits, as we said. Things seem to have spaced out a little bit out on track. And Seth Royal, another really, really strong performance from him.
Quite a few big gaps on track, yeah.
No, the biggest gap, 20 seconds at the front for Wanchko, who hasn't hit the pits yet. Wacker's gone into the pits from 9th, so he's gone in the pits and take his stop. No real close battles. Fiona is in a bit of a battle going on here with Tyler. You see just ahead. Seth Royal has just jumped into the pits as well. And we have got a couple of penalties out there. Nia and Bebak with a 5-second penalty each that they will have to take at the end of the race, be added to their race time. So they'll be looking to gap that from the car behind. Trinket, what is your general go-to strategy in these kind of 45-minute or an hour race?
I typically like to try and run as long as possible, or if I'm in some kind of fight, dip in early. I never like to pit halfway through. I like to try and get that clean air and just get my own space.
Do you go early, or do you tend to go as late as possible?
Well, that's what I said. If I have the clean air, I will go as late as I feel comfortable.
Yeah, which is fair enough. I've always been one for, if I'm middle of the pack and I've got cars around me, as we see 2 cars go off, both Fiona and Tyler both go off at the same corner at the corkscrew. I've always been one to go early, and I know Matt Holman's here, and he'll laugh and say enduro mode engaged, and I tend to make up a few spots that way. I don't do much passing on track. I do generally do a lot of my passing in the pits, but Wanchko then into the pits from the lead, 25-second lead, quite comfortable, and I'm sure he'll come back out in the lead unless anything drastic goes wrong in the pits, which I'm sure it won't. So Tom Mee is also coming in the pits. Yeah, he's on his way in. So it'll be interesting to see now where the people filter out. Adam, you're up to 11, up to 10th.
Coming into the pits as well.
Yeah, up to 10th, and on the back of no comment now, because no comment made a whoopsie in the final sector last lap.
Good stuff. So keep an eye on that battle as well.
You can see the top 3 into the pits. Watson and Morgan stay out.
Yeah, so Watson does take de facto lead of the race. With only Morgan then and Watson left to take their pit stops. Good to see everyone's taking them properly as well. I know we saw a few stop go 30s and stuff for people speeding in the pits, but good effort from all these guys. And I think that's been part of the focus this month. And Trinket pit stops are really important, aren't they, in ACC?
Yeah, you can lose so much time if you get them wrong.
Yeah,
Brain's kind of blanking out a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, no, you can. It can make or break a race, a pit stop, especially when with oNiD I don't tend to run sprint races so much on ACC. It's always the longer, 45-minute plus, maybe 60, 90 minutes. We've been known to do a 2.5-hour race and 2.4s and stuff. And I think they're really important. But it's also a part of the fun, isn't it, as well, with this game, is learning strategies and what works for you and what doesn't work for you and how you're going to get the jump on your opponent. And it's a vital part of the game, and being successful and stuff. And it's these kind of skills that they learn here that they can take into endurance teams, whether that be with the SimHound Rookies team that's run by us, or whether they go on to race in different teams.
Just watching some battle on the track. I've got Wanchko and Morgan fighting each other.
Morgan's yet to pit as well, so let's go and have a pick-up of that. Yeah, Morgan still hasn't pitted, but Wanchko is directly behind him, and Wanchko will... he's probably in no rush to get past him, but he doesn't want to be embroiled in the battle for too long, and as I say that, Morgan dips a wheel in the grass and in the gravel and lets Wanchko past.
Just watch that gap steadily increase. With Wanchko's pace, it's almost guaranteed.
Yeah. Absolutely, he was going to get past him sooner rather than later, and probably the best position there for Morgan as well is probably not fight any attempts at a move. There's no point defending from the leader, as if it was a tighter gap at the front. But with Wanchko had a 22-second lead, I think, when he went into the pits. There's probably no point battling there, is there?
Something that was missed a moment ago was as they were coming around the last corner to start the lap, he let Wanchko through, and then Wanchko went off. So then they traded back again.
Fair play. So we're still waiting on Watson and Morgan then to have their pit stops, as Watson just goes into the pits now, makes his way to the pit box. So Wanchko...
And there goes Morgan in.
Yeah, Morgan in as well. And Wanchko then retakes that lead as he passes both of them in the pits. So there you go. First for Wanchko. And Muller is just going through the corkscrew. And it'll be up to the likes of Morgan and Watson, see where they come out. But Muller's going to be the one that will look to take de facto second. He will have Morgan and Watson coming out of the pits, but I don't think they're going to be any bother to him whatsoever as he passes them now and heads down the straight. So Muller then will take second. Let's see if he can keep that for the final 17 minutes of this race.
Interesting, we haven't seen anyone do a late stop because we're still only about 2/3 into the race. I would definitely still be out.
Yeah, so Mr. Dan Hyde used to do that, stay out as long as possible, and see if he could really make it work. But sometimes you feel like you're getting in the way as well if people are starting to catch you as well. And I've just seen Adam up into 8th.
Yeah, no comment, and I were having a ding-dong battle, absolutely ding-dong. And he clipped the sausage and got sideways.
So
see, he's 1.2 seconds behind you.
Yeah, we know no comment's got the pace. It's just whether
did no comment pit really early.
Yeah, and then he had I want to say he had a stop go, or was that in race 1? That might have been in race 1, but he did pit fairly early. Yeah,
I would suggest that no comment's tyres are going. Car was all over the place, and that's why I pitted, because I could start to feel my tyres going off. Like it was becoming like the braking distances were becoming longer, and that was like the first sign on Monday that the tyres were going. So I was like, right, now that's happening. I'm just going to pit, get a fresh set of boots on. The car's been brilliant since putting a fresh set of boots on.
That is also something quite important you can learn, especially through these races, is maintaining a long stint on tyres. Because you can't always stop every 20 minutes or 30 minutes.
And also, not just that, but how to keep going when the car is an absolute pig. It's like you say, sometimes you can't stop. You've got to be able to drive through it. So even if you haven't been able to hold on to the tyres, you still got to be able to drive it.
Because I know about 30 minutes on a set of tyres on that 296, and the rear is just super loose, super worn. It becomes an entirely different car to drive.
Yeah.
Still pace in it, you just got to drive differently to get it, which is something you've got to learn. It took me a while.
So Marcel Baerback then in a battle down in 17th with Tyler. Really good livery on that car. It does look very nice, good colours, and does have fairly decent pace, but not really showing it today. He's got fastest laps of 1:25.2, slightly off pace compared to the guys in the top 10, but doing a solid job back there. He has got a 5-second penalty to take, and little trips into the gravel are not going to help him, but a good effort and in a little bit of a battle, but has now lost that time to Tyler, who is up in 16th.
That Baerback livery, based on a real-world Turner's livery. Some people might have seen the footage of the Turner's car going over the top of another car a couple of weeks ago on a street circuit. I can't remember where. But I noticed that instead of Turner's, it says tacos, which I like.
Nice.
Oh, I could go for some tacos right now.
Yeah, I had a Burger King for dinner.
I could go with anything that's cold right about now. I'm sweating my tits off.
You have tits?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm fat enough.
Son in a really good battle here with Wacker for 11th. Only half a second between them. You see Wacker getting a little bit loose through turns 1 and 2. And given the opportunity for Son to have a good battle and maybe try and get a pass done, as we see a car go off in the background, car number 73. That was Fiona having a spin in the background. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. But we'll stay with this battle. I love this corner at Laguna. It's so good. Sweeping corner. If you get it right, it just feels amazing.
Fiona has got going again. I think the gap to Eaton was too large, so they've kept the 19th position.
Good effort. Good effort.
Yellow flag Wacker. And they're going again. I missed whatever happened, but just before the sausage. And Amelie yellow flag.
Oh, yeah, Adam.
Oh, a hit on the rear.
We just caught that, and let's go and have a look. Was it a corkscrew death?
Moment.
Oh, no.
No, sausage.
Oh, yeah, just unsettled the car, and does well just to get a little bonk on the back. But keeps it out of trouble, and still in the top 10, Adam. Not much damage from that?
0.8 of a second.
So not much at all.
Fine,
yeah, you're absolutely fine. Jack Watson has had a really good showing, and a late pit, well, a mid to late pit stops helped him. He's up into 7th, doing a fantastic job in that AMG, and is now right on the back of Tony Fenton. And as they head up towards the top part of the track, really tricky left-hander. Don't hit the sausage, don't go too wide, death will happen. But these guys really battling. And as they head towards the corkscrew, no move through the corkscrew, they just want to get through it safely. So Fenton goes through, so does Watson, safe as houses, and away they go.
Fenton's got some pace in that Audi, but when I was following him earlier, he just kept running wide in the first sector and costing himself so much time, and that's how I got past earlier. So yeah, but definitely quick when it's all together.
Yeah, we saw Watson just dip a tyre into the gravel on the exit of the last corner then, and lost a little bit of time, but still only half a second. The lead now Wanchko has a 35-second lead. Very comfortable out in front, and looking to sign off the series in style. Really dominant. Fastest lap at 22.8. No one really has got anywhere near him. And with 10 minutes left, he'll just be looking to consolidate that and then come home with the win. Watson, again, still battling. I'm going to stick with this for a bit because this is a good little battle. It's the closest one we have on track. And as you can see, Fenton and Watson going at it. A bit of time gained in the first half of the lap for Watson. And now really close as they head up towards the corkscrew.
There is another close battle for last place right now, and another yellow flag as well. That's the corkscrew. You just saw that. Oh dear.
Yeah, 4 cars involved in the corkscrew. Hopefully this won't impede this battle too much. Stevie Baines just put Adam top 5 is not on, but Hydra put but a top 15 is on.
Skills.
Now, interestingly, Fensom's just gone in the pits.
What's happened here?
I have no idea. Be interested to see why he's in the pits.
I'm not going to look that gift horse in the mouth.
Now, was that a fuel-related issue? Because they definitely haven't taken tyres. They were stopped for 10 seconds. That's just to me. There wasn't enough fuel in that car. And Fensom's had to go for a splash and dash. And we lost our battle on track. But it does mean that Adam up into 9th and Watson up into 6th.
Oh, very close between Sherlock and Bierbach. They're side by side coming up through and got ahead. Ryan Sherlock ahead of Bierbach coming up to the corkscrew now.
Fair play, and you see Watson and closing up on the cars in front of him. But this is and that's that battle you were just on about, actually, Trinket. And this, hopefully they'll realise that it was a quicker car coming through, and they'll get out of the way in a safe manner. But the gap's not really too big. Adam's got a little gap, 1.7 seconds, up to Matt Krause to chase down. Confident you can do that, Adam?
At the moment, pace is better, but Krause has got some really good pace when they turn it on. So, yeah, just hoping that they're starting to fade a little bit, because last couple of laps I've pulled in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, fair play.
2/10 quicker last lap.
Yeah, only a tenth quicker that lap, yeah.
Every little helps.
It felt like more. It looked like I was getting a lot closer, but...
And
so Bierbach had a bit of a wide moment coming into the last corner of the last lap, and now Vidinlia has caught up, and there's a little battle going on for that position now.
Yeah, let me just see. Sam Page have an issue. Bierbach as well has just had another 5-second penalty added to his tally as well, so that's a 10-second penalty he's going to have to serve at the end. And Tyler then doing a fantastic job trying to get past before the corkscrew. Had some good pace early on. Seems to have drifted away second half of the race. As we see that BMW go very wide, and Tyler's going to take advantage of that. Is he going to have a look at the inside? He does. They go a bit door banging, goes wide, does Bierbach, but then Tyler gets that move done and up into 17th place.
Lots of positions being made up in the last half of this race. Last part of this race, rather.
Interesting, yeah. I was just see Tyler gone up to 16th as well, because Sherlock's in the pits. I wonder if these guys haven't put enough fuel in the car.
I'm good.
Maybe they're looking at their fuel calculator and seeing what they had for the last race or what they had for qualifying, and it's just not stayed consistent through the race. So whatever they had is always got to put that bit extra in.
Yeah, 18 seconds stop there, so that'll be for some more fuel as well. So unfortunate for Ryan, he's dropped down as well, and Sam Page is not having the best of days. I think that's a corkscrew death for Sam Page. See the yellow flag raised there, and he's not come back on screen yet, so that seems to me like he's had a bit of a corkscrew death, but There he is, just appearing at the top of his screen. That's unfortunate for him. Tom Mee chasing down Muller, and Muller's had a bit of an incident out of the last corner, and they're side by side. 5 minutes to go. Tom Mee then looking to take second as they cross the line. Was just ahead as they come into turn one. Is he going to stay ahead? Muller's got the inside, goes deep. Is Tom Mee going to do the old switcheroo? It's going to be close. I think Muller's just held on as they go into turn three. And yes, Muller just does hold on. Scary few moments there for Muller, and he's managed to hold off Tom Mee.
It's still not over yet. They're still going to be fighting. There's still more braking zones to catch up on. I think they're going side by side a little bit here as well.
Yeah,
Just
tricky.
not enough to get alongside. But Hook's in behind and plenty more fighting to do. 5 minutes left in the race.
Be interesting to go up the inside of this corner because it's very difficult. But Mee thinks better of it, and now looks to like he wants to have a go up the way into the corkscrew. I don't think he'll do it here. Muller seems to have scampered away. We've got a car just going through the corkscrew. It looks a little bit unsteady, but they've both got through there relatively good. So Tom Mee chasing down that second position. And of course, it won't matter really for Muller because Muller will still be the winner of the AM class, whereas Wanchko will be the winner of the beginner class. So Tom Mee probably wants to just get past Muller for a bit of pride towards the end of the race.
Unfortunately, it goes a bit wide there, and the gap is expanded a bit. 1.3 seconds, lost a whole second there.
Yeah. Did lose a fair bit of time.
I'm sure he's got the pace to try and reel that gap back in.
There's the battle we want to see. Come on, Adam. 0.4 of a second between him and Krauser. With 4 minutes left, we want to see Adam pass someone on track. Come on, man.
Ferrari v Ferrari.
And no comment, not that far ahead of us.
Only takes one slip up and Adam could get 7th.
But also, Sony's catching up from behind as well. This could turn into a four-way before the end.
Giggity, giggity. So great stuff from Adam. He's putting a really good show today. And unfortunately, he's not going to do the one better than I did last week.
No.
But a solid top 10.
Still a great show.
Yeah, absolutely. And Adam won't mind me saying he's not the greatest driver in ACC, and he can get quite frustrated with it. I know you're better in AC and AMS2, Adam, but really strong showing and a good battle you're putting on for all your fans out there.
Fans, thank you, sir.
Holman just said clip that. I have no idea what you meant by clip that. Is that me being nice?
Yes.
So Adam then up to the corkscrew, chasing down Krauser. Not probably wise enough or brave enough to do it through the corkscrew, but no comment, he's just ahead, as you can see. So they go through the corkscrew. Probably 3 laps left.
Oh, that's deep. Turn.
You bought.
Speedboat, but yeah, but...
You bought. The gap's just crept up a little bit, went a little bit deep. Adam, you've probably got 2 laps to get this done. You think you can do it?
A second ago.
I'm just trying to work. Probably is 3. I'm just shit at maths.
Yeah, the Wanchko's just come around the last corner. He's not far behind you. But that will be 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go for him, so 3 for me then.
If he doesn't lap you, it will be 3, yep.
Yeah, okay.
But with his pace, so he'll be catching soon enough.
Might
be good enough
he's
to...
3 times in 2 laps.
It might be good enough to get Son off your back for a moment, because you'll have to lap him first.
Good.
You have got fans in chat, Adam. Stevie Bain says he's a fan. He said maybe the fan. And Hydra says he's in the D fan club.
The big D.
I'm in the D fan club. I don't know who this Adam Ely is.
It was funny when somebody was getting frustrated with me in Monday's race. Went, who even is this Adam Ely? I was went, that's for me. Oh, right, okay.
This battle then, so we've got Tom Mee battling for second, and then a 3-way coming up here with Krauser, Ely, and no comment. So that's a point. I want to pick something up with you, Adam. I don't know whether to do it. You've got to change your name on SGP.
Yeah, I did.
No one else can do that.
No. They come and work for SGP, they can have their name changed on SGP. Simple as that.
I don't need my name changing, but...
No, your name's Johnny Ashley, so... Suck it up, Buttercup.
So Wanchko is on the last lap. We'll keep an eye on him. There is a battle between Krauser, no comment, and Ely then for this 7th position.
Me and Muller have caught up to each other again as well.
Yeah, so we're going to have a quick look at Tom Mee. He's got some traffic to deal with, and he's going to start his last lap, and he's very, very close to Muller this time around. He's not going to get it done on the outside, but he might try the old switchback, and little touch between the two, and yeah, Muller had it covered off. Seth Royal has brought out a yellow flag. That was just seemed to be nothing, so we'll flick back. Mee then had to lift off, got into the back of Muller, and that might be done. Krauser and no comment really close. Adam really close as well. These guys have got one more lap to try and get these moves done. We'll pick up Wanchko as well in a minute because he'll be not far behind these guys, literally just behind them. As he then comes down to the final corner.
Adam's gone side by side. Two-way run down to the straight onto the last lap.
Let's go back to that. So Wanchko wins. We'll click back to Adam. Adam then up the inside into turn 1. He's got another lap to go. Has he got it done? Can he get it stopped? Can he get it covered off? He can. Good move from Adam up to 8th. Good overtake, sir.
No response because he is focused.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's sweating his balls off. That's what he's doing.
And tit.
7/10 up to no comment. Can he catch up and make a move?
Now, yeah, this will be... It's the pressure is on. Can he put the pressure on? No comment to make a mistake. Tom Mee then, I don't think is going to get this done on Muller, but Muller is going to defend and will come home in 2nd place. Good effort from Muller and Tom Mee as well for 2nd and 3rd. Seth Royal then is going to come across 4th. Great response from him. Sam Knight, also another good result for him this week. He's going to come home 5th as he's just heading into the last couple of corners now. Having a little weave, noses on stream. Don't show off too much. There is a car behind you for position.
There was a little bit of a move down into the corkscrew with Adam and no comment.
And
no
Adam
went a little bit wide.
I thought Adam was going to have a look. Is he going for the switchback? Is he going to have the run? He's also got Krauser behind him. It looks like then no comment is going to hold on for 7th. Adam gets 8th and Krauser gets 9th. Good little battle there at the end, and well done, Adam.
Yeah, what you missed was the fun up into the corkscrew. I got a really good run out of the left-hander up to the corkscrew. I placed myself up the inside, and then so I got actually alongside into the corkscrew, and then no comment sort of held the line on the exit, and then it was just that was a pure race to the line in the end. That was awesome. Both Krauser and no comment, some excellent racing at the end there. Well played.
Yeah,
GG's.
Well done to Wanchko then, who runs away the winner of the final race of the season. Muller 2nd, Tom Mee in 3rd, Royal 4th, Knight 5th, Watson 6th, no comment 7th, Adam Ely in 8th, Son 9th, Kraus 9th, Son 10th, Morgan 11th, Wacker 12th, Fensom 13th, Wacker 14th, Nihar with a penalty 15th, Tyler in 16th, Bierwak for 10 seconds of penalty in 17th, Sherlock in 18th, Eaton, Fiona rounds out the rest of the top 20. Good race, Adam. Did you enjoy your outing at Laguna?
It's past the watershed now, so I can say I fucking loved that. That was really good fun. There was some great racing, especially in that second race. That was brilliant. I really enjoyed every second of that, and fair play to all of these guys for turning up and learning their craft and letting an old has-been like me rock up as well. I won't say has-been, I never have been. But,
yeah, I was going to say, you have to have been somewhere to be a has-been.
Yeah, true
that. Trinket, enjoy that?
Was lots of fun, lots of action on track there.
Yeah, and it seems to be with this series that they do produce a lot of action, and Lots of seriously good racing, and I love the warm-up race because it's kind of, they get it out of their system. If they're going to have a crash on lap one, they do it in the warm-up race where it doesn't affect anyone points-wise or positional-wise, and then they go to the main race, and they seem like they've got it all screwed down. They know what they're doing. They've had their practice run, and then the second race is an absolute belter.
I'm absolutely shattered. Absolutely shattered.
Yeah, I'm sure those last few laps for you were sweat all the way.
I'm sitting in a pool of my own effluent here.
I think we've all been
Beautiful.
there.
So I think we're going to end it there, guys. It's been a great night. Adam, well done. Really enjoyable. Trinket, thank you for joining me again. And obviously, you're going to be running the stream next week, aren't you?
Scary.
He'll be fine. You'll hopefully have myself with you, and definitely Adam, and we might be partaking in the week 5 event in the SimHound amateur series.
Do you realise what just happened, by the way?
What?
No Comment and Krauser were fighting over the championship.
Oh.
And I got past Krauser, but then didn't quite get past No Comment.
Oh, Adam.
What? What do you mean, Adam?
You might have.
It helps No Comment.
Well, yeah.
Up Krauser.
Yeah, you're going to be number 1 enemy in oNiD now. You are. Might take the heat off of me for once.
About 30 seconds. Yeah.
No, yeah. So Trinket's going to run the stream next week. Me and Adam are going to be racing. I'm hopefully going to be racing if I'm back in time. We will be back for the week 5 special. I think it's a multi-class race, and I think, Adam, we're going to go GT4, aren't we?
Yeah. I don't know what one. Oh, Alpine. I'll be racing the Alpine.
And I'm going to be taking the Camaro out for a run with a very, very beautiful livery.
Maybe I'll make another nice one for the Alpine then, eh?
Oh, there you go. Make him just a giant French flag.
Just scribble in pen, just NASCAR.
So Ryan Lillistone, which I'm guessing is No Comment. I finally knew his name. You helped him win it, Adam, so he loves you.
It's about time somebody loved me.
We all love Adam. We do indeed love Adam. Go on.
I'm just watching back my overtake on Krauser. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that.
Good work.
It was very good. Very good.
It was very good.
Lots of great racing.
It was fantastic racing. Thank you to everyone that joined us on our first night on YouTube. I think we've had fairly good numbers all night, which has been really good to see. Steady between 20 and 25 viewers all night. So thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you to everyone who's been in chat and been here with us tonight. We will be back with more events this week. We've got if anyone's interested, I'm running a set of Corsa night tomorrow night. On Jimmy Broadbent's side, if you want to get involved in that. That's going to be a pretty cool race, multi-class racing. I can't honestly remember what setup. Something exciting. I was doing something. Something inspired me. That was it. VIR North, which Adam, I know you like. Unfortunately, you won't be able to make it.
Exceptional track, yeah.
And I've done it in the Clubman style. With the Fun Cup cars, the Radicals, and the Mini Challenge cars. So, still plenty of spaces left in that if you want to come and do some racing. I will be streaming tomorrow night, so there will be a chance to get on stream as well. I'm going to be doing my own personal stream. Then we are back on Sunday for the next round of the GT3 Sundays. We're at Kota. This weekend. I won't be racing. There is a championship stream live on YouTube, and I think we may have a very, very special guest. Mr. Chaz Draycott might be coming to do some commentary. Nice. So get tuned into that one. Hopefully we'll have him available as well with Dan and Cami. And then we're going to be back with some racing on Raceroom on Monday. Then we've got Super Tours on Tuesday. We've got plenty going on. If you do want to get involved in anything, head over to the SGP pages or the Discord and get involved. But guys, thank you for joining me in the comms booth, and Adam, well done.
Thank you. Thank you for being nice to me.
See,
Always nice.
I'm just a bigger person.
No, trust me, I'm the bigger person.
Trinket, thank you for joining me as well. It's always good fun.
Absolutely.
And everyone in chat, we'll see you very, very soon. Bye.
Sure.
Bye-bye.